morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse this space, to clear out all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home and hearts, placing the white light of protection on us with his blue seal. We're going to be reading more out of my book, guys, The 3 Ways of Volunteers, A New Earth by Dolores Cannon. This book is awesome. So we are still on currently the discovery of the 3 ways, chapter 1, how life on earth began. It says, so down through time, they did this on earth, and after a time, plants begin to form because you have to plant before you can introduce the animals. As life begins to develop, they kept coming back to see and care for it. They formed the oceans and cleansed the air so that the various life forms could evolve. Eventually, higher beings began to create an intelligent being. This happened on every planet, and this is the way life is formed. In my books, I have called these the keepers of the garden, because we are the garden and we are their children. Now, in order to create an intelligent being, they had to take an animal with a large enough brain that would have the capacity to learn, and that had hands so they could develop these tools. This is why they chose the 8. Some people don't agree with this, but the truth is that we are 98% genetically compatible. You could have give blood to an ape and it would live. This is how close we are genetically. But even so, creating the human being required genetic manipulation and mixing in other cells and genes brought from other universes. They were said, we will never find the missing links. It doesn't exist. Our evolution jumped generations and has not happened by random chance. Over time, whenever someone needs to be given to humanity, these beings would come and live with the humans and give them what they needed. Every culture in the world of legends and culture bringers, the Indians have the corn, the woman who taught them about how to plant. There are legends of one who taught us about fire and how to develop agriculture. In all the legends of the world, these beings come from the sky or from across the sea. These were the teachers, and they could live as long as they wanted. They are ones who have come down to us as legends and gods and goddesses. It is still happening now, but they cannot live among us. They would be too consumptuous. So when they want, they give us the ideas to speed up our evolution, and they now put them into the atmosphere. So kind of like what's going on right now. When the Pleiadians and Arcturians come down, I doubt they're going to end up living here forever. Maybe they will. I don't know. People say they're going to walk amongst us, but I don't know if that is forever. But they are definitely going to come down to help us to transform and elevate to a higher consciousness, to a higher frequency, a 5th dimensional frequency. That lower 3D frequency will not exist no longer. On that earth, some people say the earth is going to split into 2 different earths. I don't really know the situation. I just trust in God that he has it all worked out for all of our best and our highest good for the whole entire world and universe. So it states, they will never find the missing link. It doesn't exist. Over time, whenever something needed to be given to humanity, these beings would come and live with humans and give them what they needed. Every culture in the world has legends of the culture bringers. So it states, I read some of this, sorry. There are legends of the one who taught us about fire and how to develop agriculture. There are teachers, and they could live from across the sea. So when they want to give us new ideas to speed up our evolution, they would put them into the atmosphere. Whoever picks up an idea is the one who will invent it. They don't care who invents it as long as it's in our timeline. So that makes a lot of sense where people are getting these ideas. They're open and receptive, and they're asking to be a channel for God. They're doing the inner work. They're living a higher vibrational lifestyle, a higher vibrational diet. They're getting out there and grounding. They're looking at hard look at themselves, and they're cleaning up anything that is no longer in alignment with themselves. Says, we all know a different people working on the same invention at the same time. An example of this is free energy, which I am hearing about in my travels when many people are developing all over the world. So I'm going to leave that at that. But such great, powerful information. It's so crucial now, you know, what's going on with the world, which is why I've had a lot of these books for a very long time and just now deciding to pick up on them. Because, you know, this is what's happening right now, and a lot of people are trying to spin it in a fear-based reality, but that's not what's occurring. God, Jesus, all of them told you this was going to occur. They told you Christ was going to come back. It is Christ within, Christ consciousness, and the world is evolving to a higher frequency and dimension, and this is here to help us. So I love you all. I hope this helps. Have a blessed day, and namaste.